Well, number one, before we lift any heavy weights, especially with our shoulders, we need to warm up our rotators. Now, if you guys watch any of my YouTube videos, I make a joke of it. With every video, I start off using different implements or props for a rotator scene, and that's how I do my intro. It's actually a very important warm-up to do. The shoulders are some of the most the shoulder joint is the most complex joint in the body, and therefore it has a lot of stabilizers in it that need a lot of attention. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. So we're going to do this thing called a scarecrow. We're going to have I'm going to give you these dumbbells.
Thank you, sir.
You're going to have your elbows bent at 90 degrees, and your elbows about 45 degrees away from your torso. We're going to go into a W, yep, and a square, and a W, and a square. That's it. Now I'm going to have you do 20 repetitions. You want to make sure your shoulders are squeezed back and down as much as possible. There you go. You can rotate. That's it. Making sure your elbows stay totally still. Good. Getting a little pause on the top. Good. Deep breath in, then breathe out. That's it. Very good warm-up to do. You want to make sure your shoulders are pulled back and down as much as possible, because in overhead pressing, a lot of stability comes from the upper back strength. So you want to make sure your rhomboids, lower trapezius are keeping the shoulder joint supported while the rotators rotate. I think that's roughly around 20. I lost count. Good, then shake it out. Next, just straight up like this. That's it. Elbows up a little higher. Imagine a pole going from elbow to elbow. Yeah. That's it. Deep breath in and breathe out.
Breathe out on the top.
Yep, exactly. On the top. Breathe out and in. Good. And try to squeeze and pause on top. You want to try pushing that arm back farther and farther. That's it. This rotational strength is very important for overhead pressing. That's good. Feel that burn up here on the top? It doesn't take much weight.
This feels a lot more
I
like
never
a workout.
use over 5 pounds for this, by the way. And just like I was talking about in the interview, control here, much more important than weight. I don't ever go over 5 pounds. Just give it a few more. And done. Awesome. And I do these before every workout. That is, even if I'm working legs, I'll warm up my rotators. Because if you're in a squat position, that's still a lot of pressure on your shoulders. And you want your shoulders to always be ready for whatever you're doing. So let's get those back. Now in strongman, of course, we have a lot of different overhead events, including log pressing, axle pressing, and circus dumbbell pressing. This one's one of my favorite. It's a very technical lift, so even if you're not that strong, if you line up right, you could get a lot of weight overhead with just one arm. So we're going to be going over a little warm-up I like to do before I do something dumbbell pressing. So circus dumbbell pressing, but we're going to use normal dumbbells today so that way you guys can try them out too. The circus dumbbells are weird and they have big globes and are hard to find anyway. So we're going to start off, well, I'm going to have you do a little less weight than this. Even though I'm sure you could do this. It's more so the technique of this is we're going to start off with windmills. Actually, you could certainly do this weight, no problem. You're going to start with a dumbbell right in front of your toes. Now, even though it's light, you could easily bicep curl it up. I want you guys to learn the clean of a dumbbell, because when it's heavier, this technique is going to be very important. So the handle starts off in front of your toes. Grab it with whatever arm you're going to be pressing with first. So I'm going to grab it with my right hand. Right now, I'm going to go over a windmill. This is something I like to use as a warm-up before I actually get into heavier pressing. I clean it up to my shoulder like so. I angle my foot that's under the weight, straight forward, opposite foot out at 45 degrees, hand up, do a little squat, push up the weight. Now this is important. You want to look at the weight, and this is to mobilize the hips and also activate your core to handle heavier weights later on. You're going to go down, touch your toes, come straight up, a little pause. Deep breath in. I'm trying to push my hips over as much as possible. Touch the toes. And if you can't make it all the way, that's fine. Because there's a big demand on mobility here. So if you only make it to, like, let's say mid-shin, feel that stretch on the outer side of your legs, activation of the core, then come up. We'll get like 5 repetitions each side.
Me?
Yes. But don't worry about, we'll go take it slow.
All right. So you're gonna grab with the hand.
Grab with the hand that you're about to use.
And then
Just swing it back between your heels to get momentum, to build that potential energy. Good. That's it. Let's get the elbow up higher. Good. And then just let's press it up for now. We're gonna go over the, Now look at the weight. Keep the arm totally straight. Let's lock out your legs completely. Good. And you're gonna be pushing your hips towards me. Good. And keep looking at the weight. Keep your upper back tight. And then you're gonna come up. Good. Steady,
That's
steady.
a lot harder than
It's really hard. Let's try. I'm sure you could do it, man. It's
That's amazing.
start light though. It's really just, if you have not done this before, it doesn't matter what weight you're doing. You're gonna freak out because there's a lot going on in terms of coordination and mobility here.
Wow. Which I evidently don't have.
It's important. Yep, just like that. Good. The legs totally straight. Good. And you treat this like a stretch.
Okay.
So you're gonna go down. You're gonna be stretching your hip. There you go. Lock your knee out completely. Good. You're gonna feel that stretch outside here. Good. Then come up. There you go. One.
Stay here.
Yep. And then keep that arm up. Yep. That's it. Now go into another one. There you go. There you go. Do you feel that stretch in the outer side of your leg?
I feel more in here.
Where?
Locked in here.
Okay. If that's the case, you got to push your hips more over. There you go. Really exaggerate how much you're pushing your hip this way. That's the most important part of this motion. There you go. Try to feel a stretch on the outer leg here. There you go. Good. 3. Good. Give me 2 more.
I can't believe how difficult that is.
It's brutal. It is brutal. That's it. And you want to be squeezing your upper back maximally to create that stability. 1 more rep. That's it, buddy. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then come up. Good. Awesome. And when you come up with a straight arm. That way you activate all the stabilizers in the shoulder. All right, let's get the other side.
Oh, I can't believe how flexible you are and I am not.
That's one of the, you gotta be for this sport. That's why I said, before we go heavy, we gotta focus on mobility and control of the body. Only once you have that can you go up and like do heavier weights.
Your keys were the big. I mean, is everybody as flexible as you?
No, and I'm much. If you actually see me compared to a lot of these other guys, I am a smaller competitor.
Right.
But I have done a lot of this kind of work, mobility work and stability work throughout my whole life. That's led me to have better control over my body than a lot of these other bigger guys.
So the key to strength is a lot more than strength.
So much more than strength. Control and mobility is the foundation. Then you can build strength on top of that. Let's get the other side.
I'm higher.
Yep, just like that. Yeah. Now angle this foot straight ahead. That foot angled outwards a little bit. Now push your hip towards me a bit. There you go. Nice. Very good. Slowly try to stretch this here. You're gonna feel the stretch in the glute and the hamstring and your IT band. Keep that arm straight up.
Here?
That is, keep it locked out. Yeah, that's it. Because you want to basically just activate your muscles. Squeeze your shoulder blades back here, activate here.
Okay.
The same muscles you felt activating during the rotator warm-up, you want to keep those lit up here. All right, give me 4 more. Slow, yeah, looking at the weight, keeping it stable, keeping your upper back tight so the weight stays back. Good, then coming up. Keep it locked, good, just like that. There you go, and then coming straight up. That's to keep the upper back tight, pulling the weight back. There you go, nice, it's looking better and better. Keep it locked. This side's looking better than the other one. Nice, buddy. Perfect, yep, that's it. Awesome, good work. So now we did the windmill warm-up, we're gonna actually do the press. So typically when I do dumbbell pressing in my workouts, I'll start with that windmill just to kind of get everything mobile and activated, because that really challenges the stabilizers as well. Right. So that when you go into a regular press, it's relatively easy. So the press, same clean. Now positioning elbow way up high. That's very important. You want the weight kind of sitting behind you. Push your hips out the same way that we did as the windmill. The reason for this is because you want your center mass lined up with the center mass of the dumbbell. If you're just standing straight up like so, the center mass of the dumbbell now is above nothing. So when you go to squat, that weight's going to fall down. So you angle your body, so as you squat, that weight's coming right on top of your center mass. So from here, push knees open, squat, and just drop it straight up. Very simple. Kind of like we just did, but no fancy angling of the body beyond that. We'll just get 5 reps. Do that on each side. That is a circus dumbbell press. That's it.
Is that high enough?
Exactly,
My
yep.
elbow high enough?
Yes, very good. Now the weight's sitting on your body. Angle your hips out towards me. Yep. Now push your knees open. Now jump it up in the air. Yes, always looking at the weight. Never looking, yeah, always looking at it, yep.
Go back down to the ground or back?
No, hips towards me. Yeah, there you go. Keep those hips towards me the whole time. All right, get a few more. Nice. That's better. Yep, now see if you can jump so high that you come off on your heels. Yep, really put the jump into it. Better. Hips towards me, there you go. And elbow high. Better, good. That's it. Nice, good. That was the best one. All right, rest it. Other side. And you want to make sure that as you're squatting, you don't lose this torso angle. Because you were here, and then you'd squat and you'd lose that angle a little bit.
Okay.
So you want to keep those hips pushing this way. So one little way to manage that also is pushing these open. Don't just push this knee in like that. Open wide, keep those hips pushed that way. So now let's try that. The left arm, this time you're going to push your hips to the left. Yeah. Nice, clean, good.
All right.
Get that hand way up and now counterbalance that way. Good.
My feet right?
Angle this foot straight ahead. There you go. This foot out. There we go. Push your hips out that way. Nice. And lean this way. Good. Straight legs. There we go. Good. That look good. Nice. Good. 4 more. Straight leg, straight leg, straight leg. Then now push both knees open. That's it. Just squat with both knees. That's it right there. Nice. That was a good one. Very good. Both knees open and drive. Yes, that was better. Pop it. Good. One more. Drive those legs and jump. That was the quickest one. Much better leg drive. That's what we want. We want the arm relaxed almost. The only job of the arm is to keep the weight balanced. The legs will pop it up into the air. Then the shoulder activates right in the last moment to catch the weight. Ideally, there should be no real pressing of the arm. The legs really just got to jump the weight up.
Looks a lot easier on YouTube.
It's a lot going into it. It's a lot.
Oh, I'm impressed.
All right, so this next event that we're going to go through is called an arm-over-arm sled drag, or it could be an arm-over-arm truck pull, or whatever implement's attached at the end of this rope. The idea is you're sitting on your butt, and you're grabbing the rope, and you're just pulling the implement to you. Today we're using a sled. Typically in a contest, it's a truck. So here's how it works. There's typically someone to the side of you pulling the slack of the rope away. When you start in a contest, you want to take all the tension out of the rope. Basically, just try to get whatever slacks on the rope completely out, so it's nice and taut. So that way, when you hear competitor ready, set, go, all that tension your pull goes right to the implement moving. When you pull, you want to basically just push with your legs, draw the rope to the side of your hip, reach, push off with your legs, pull it right to your hip, reach. Notice that the side where the rope is going to is the side where the arm basically stays here, this is important. The reason I'm doing this is to keep the tension on the rope. Because if I just let go and keep basically pull the sled and let go, then I have to recreate that tension in the rope every time. So this is a little trick. Keep it here, keeps the tension on the rope, reach, and so forth. And that's how it's done. Mm-hmm.
And how is it measured? Like time?
And in a contest, typically, whoever there's a certain distance you got to pull whatever implement they have. Whoever pulls it the quickest wins. That's it. So let's give you a shot. Romark, will you sit on it one more time for Pastor Troy?
Did I start my knees bent?
Yep, and you could push off with your legs. The ground is a little rough for a butt slide, but still doable. Competitor ready, set, go. And just take your time for now, just to get a feel for the motion. Mm-hmm. There you go. That looks very good, yep. Next, maybe I'll sit on it. Oh no, I'm gonna be on the sled. Okay, nice, that was it. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Great. Next, I'll pull Pastor Troy, and then we need someone huge.
Yeah, right there. That's good. Can you sit right there? Yeah. All right, then, Martine, so you're going to be on here, okay?
Okay. Whew, oh, that's got some horsepower to it. Nice pull. Yes. Remember to keep that tension on the rope. Yeah, perfect. Yep, keep the tension on the rope. Good. Nice. Pull. Pull.
One more.
Yeah, train's coming. Boom. That was awesome. Well done. Good motion. That was awesome, man. Very good technique. I love that you kept the tension on the rope, like a machine, like a machine. Oh Jesus, Lindsay! Almost, I saw your life flashing before mine. Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Very nice.
Do we want more weight on there?
I'll go with you.
If you guys both fit, I don't know if that works. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, will you pull just get the slack out of the rope? Good. Okay, Rome. Okay, yep. Oh shoot!
Good time. 15 seconds.
Oh, 20.
It was 19. I forgot to stop it.
I believed him for a second. I'm like, no. That's great.